Guys, it's 2024. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. Like, I know you're aware, but it's a new year. It's a new year, which means for a lot of you guys, you want to hit the ground running. This is your fresh start. This is the year where you reach your goals on Instagram. I'm Jade Beeson, in case you've not met before, and I'm here to help you with that goal. Specifically in today's video, what I'm going to help you with is making sure that you get off to the best possible start with your Instagram channel. I'm going to break down the 5 things that you need to do right now to ensure that you can master Instagram this year and hit your goals. So without further ado, let's get straight to it. Okay, so first thing I'm going to need you to do is to check in with your audience. And if you're new to my channel or my content, then you might not know that I have like maybe a slight obsession with knowing your audience. It's probably safe to say that it's a slight obsession. It's okay though. I'm pretty sure it's a healthy obsession. I mean, no one's confirmed that for me, but I'm just going to assume that it's totally fine. The reason why I'm so obsessed with this is because when you truly understand your audience, that is when you can unlock growth, not just on Instagram, but on any social media platform. So what I want you to do is to check in with your audience and get a good understanding of how they feel about your content. So we want to figure out what content you posted last year that they absolutely loved, what type of content they'd like to see from you in the future, what content they engage with the most, that kind of stuff. And there's a few different ways that you can find out this information. The first way is super simple. Just hop on your stories and ask them. Now, thank God for the different stickers that you can use on Instagram stories, because it actually makes tasks like this super easy. So you can do things like use the poll sticker to survey your audience and just say, hey guys, what content did you love from me this year? And then using the poll sticker, you can summarize the different types of content that you posted. Maybe you want to focus on the format of the content and ask your audience if they preferred your reels over your carousels or over your photos. Maybe you want to focus on the actual subject of your content. So maybe you ask your audience, did you love it when I shared my vlogs, or did you prefer it when I shared my holiday wrap-ups or my tips and tricks, etc. Alternatively, you can use the Q&A box, like the question and answer box. I don't know why I just broke down Q&A to you. I'm sure you already knew what that meant. But exercise caution if you're going to use the Q&A sticker. The reason why is because when people use the Q&A sticker in this way, you're usually going to ask a question like, guys, what content do you love to see from me? Or guys, what content do you want to see more of in 2024? These are great questions, but they require your audience to really think. They've got to think about all the content you posted last year and try and remember something that they loved from you. They have to think of an idea of what they want to see from you in 2024, and then they have to write it out and send it to you. Don't underestimate how much of a task that is.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Like when people are on social media, they just want to scroll. They don't want to write an essay, right? So only use the Q&A sticker if you know you have a hyper engaged audience and you know they're going to take the time out to send you a response. If not, and don't stress if you don't think you have a hyper engaged audience, a lot of people don't. That's totally normal. But if not, then use the poll sticker because it's so much easier for your audience to interact. And the more people who interact and send their thoughts, the more information that you have that you can use to inform your strategy for this year. So that's really the whole purpose of this exercise. You're trying to get some information, get some learnings so that you know what your audience want to see from you in 2024. If you don't want to use the Instagram story sticker, don't stress. There are other ways that you can get these learnings. For example, you could simply go through all of your comments, just sit down one day and go through majority of your comments from the past year, because that will give you a good idea of what your audience are loving and what they want to see more of from you, or even any questions that they ask on a regular basis. If you don't want to do that, or if you feel like you don't generate a lot of comments at the moment, then what you want to do is a quick content audit. Do not freak out by the fact that I'm calling it a content audit. I think that makes it sound like, you know, like a financial audit where you're like, oh my God, those take years and usually someone goes to prison. It's not even true. It's not even true. It's not that deep, okay? What a quick content audit involves is you simply going through your Instagram content from the past 3 months, let's say, hop into your analytics. You can only have access to this if you either have a creator account or a business account. So hop onto your analytics, go through your content from the past year, and I want you to start saving the posts that have performed well. So you can look at the reels that got the most amount of views. You can look at your posts that got the most amount of likes or comments, and just save the ones that are always top of that list. Save it to a folder and call that folder content audit. And then what you can do later on is just go into that folder, and there you can see all of your top performing posts from that period. That exercise will also give you a lot of key insights and learnings into what performed well last year that you can use to inform the content strategy for this year. Quick question. Do you think I talk too fast in these videos? Can you let me know in the comments, or do you think I run through concepts too quickly? Because I've been doing this for a little while now, now. And if you didn't know, I don't script my videos. Like I just write down little prompts on my laptop and then I just talk. And because I do this so frequently, I think the pace in which I get through stuff is getting quicker. So I need you to let me know in the comments, like, do you think I go through things too quickly, or is the pace fine? Or am I too slow? Do you want me to hurry up? Let me know. Next thing I want you to do is a guilt-free scroll, okay? You'll be happy about this one because let's face it, this is probably the most fun task that I probably have ever asked anyone to ever do in my YouTube videos. I want you to schedule some time. I'm not gonna lie, you probably need at least an hour. Try not to schedule more time than that because otherwise it's going to get out of control. But you do need to schedule some time and be specific about how much time you're going to allow yourself to do this, because you might lose days of your life if you don't put a time limit on it. And I want you to go on Instagram and I want you to have a guilt-free scroll. Hop onto that explore page and just scroll. Type in a keyword that's relevant to your niche and just scroll through the content. This is important, guys. The reason why is because the vibes on Instagram, the trends on Instagram, the themes, the styles, the aesthetics, all of that are rapidly evolving. What works this time last year does not work now. So in order for us to ensure that we are staying up to date with these themes, we actually need to spend some time just browsing the app.
It's that easy.
And this is something that a lot of us struggle with. I mean, we don't struggle with scrolling Instagram. We struggle with intentionally scrolling Instagram, like doing it for a purpose. A lot of the time we just want to do it for fun. And actually this isn't necessarily for fun, although it probably will also be fun. You're actually doing it for a purpose. You're scrolling for the content and you're keeping an eye on the content that's performing well. You're looking for any trends in the type of content that seems to be doing super well. You're saving any audio that you hear that you like. You're saving any posts that you want to use for inspo in the future. You're doing it with an intention. You might even be, and this is like a step further, you might even be analyzing the content that you see. That's something that I do when I have this intentional scroll time. I will scroll, I will see a post that I like, and I'll stop and ask myself, why did I like this? If this was a reel, what happened in the first few seconds? What made me stop scrolling and want to watch the rest of this reel, right? Let's look at the comments. What are the people saying in the comments? What do people love about this post? What do people hate about this post? What content is getting people talking, right? So it's not just a fun scroll, it is intentional, but it still will be fun, hopefully. Okay, so before I head into the next thing that I want you to do, I'm just gonna throw in like a bonus step. I have some freebies that I realize I don't talk about enough. One of them is my creator income guide, and it breaks down all of the different ways that you can earn income as a content creator. It also gives each income stream a score in terms of how much money you can earn and also how difficult or easy it is for you to actually set it up. So if you're a content creator and you want to earn an income one day, or maybe you're already earning an income and you'd like a new income stream, or maybe you're just nosy and you just want to know more about this industry, the guide is completely free and I will put a link to it below. Okay, so the next thing I want you to do is to forget about these common Instagram tips. So there's 3 tips I'm going to break down for you that you've probably heard before. You might have even heard me talk about. They're not relevant anymore and I want you to erase them from your mind. Just get rid of them, put them in a key, in a box. My God, you can tell I've not filmed in a month. Whew, what is she talking about? Put them in a box. I mean, now my phone's ringing. What is happening?
A few moments later.
So sorry, guys. How rude of me. Also, just my phone was on silent, but my laptop rings. Like when my phone rings, and I don't know how to turn it off. So what was I saying? So let's just ditch that analogy that I was pathetically trying to create. I just want you to stop following these 3 pieces of advice that I'm about to break down to you. So the first one is to do with hashtags. No, they are not important anymore. You can still use them if you like, it won't hurt, but I do not want you to spend more than 5 minutes maximum selecting your hashtags that you're going to use in your Instagram captions, right? You just want to make sure that you're using hashtags that are relevant. That's the most important thing. And if you don't want to spend the 5 minutes selecting your hashtags, then don't, because it's not going to cause any issues with your account. I feel like I have an updated hashtag video on here, and if I do, I'm going to link to it up here so you can watch it and get a bit more context. Next piece of advice that I want you to no longer follow is to force yourself into a trend. So trending content is still relevant, right? If you see some kind of trending audio or something, or a type of style of content that people are doing, like last year, the Barbie movie was a huge trend. The Wes Anderson style videos were really big. If you see a trend like that and it works for you, hop on it. Why not? It's not going to hurt. What I don't want you to do though is to force yourself to follow these trends.
Don't do that.
Do not force anything. If it doesn't work for you and your aesthetic, or it doesn't work for you and your vibe or your brand or your messaging or your tone of voice or any other marketing jargon that I can throw at you right now, then don't do it. It's just going to hurt your account because people will be like, this isn't you. you know? So just don't do it. The last one is to do with posting frequency. On Instagram, it has been long known that Instagram want you to post every day. Of course they do. They want people on their app to use the app on a regular basis. I have always been a firm believer that you have to pick a posting frequency that works for your lifestyle. And I still believe that now. If you cannot feasibly post every single day because it doesn't work for your lifestyle, then don't do it. You need to pick a posting frequency that works for you, because otherwise you will not be consistent. And it's the consistency that's key. It's not the frequency, it's the consistency, right? So if you choose to post 3 times a week, fine. Make sure you're doing that every week. If you choose to post every day, great. But you now need to post every day, right? It's the consistency, not the frequency. Okay, so the fourth thing that I want you to do is to boost your B-roll bank. That is triple alliteration. Wow. What I'm referring to, B-roll, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I just had to Google B-roll because I was like, wait, I don't actually know what the B and B-roll stands for. I know what it means, but I don't know what it stands for. And it turns out Google doesn't know either. So if you do know what it stands for, is it background roll? Is that what it is? Anyway, I do know what B-roll means. I just don't know what the B actually stands for. Essentially, B-roll is any content that isn't part of the main footage or the main action. So that's why I guessed background footage, because it's often content of you traveling to the place where you're going to film. It's content of you getting ready. It's content of you walking down the road. It's this background footage that helps to create more of a narrative to the content that you're creating, and is really, really useful when it comes to creating video content like Reels on Instagram. So what this tip involves is scheduling a day to just capture as much B-roll footage as you can. Usually I recommend that you just capture B-roll footage as you go about your day, but we're talking about things that you can do now that's going to set you up for the rest of the year. And this is one of those things that will really set you up. So schedule a day where you're out and about and capture a couple of different shots. And let me give you a few ideas of the shots that you can capture. So you can capture content of you making coffee, of you working at your desk, of you filming yourself, of you going for a walk or going to the shop, making dinner, traveling, reading, or maybe journaling. What you want to do is capture this footage and save it to a folder on your phone or on your laptop, depending on where you kind of edit your Reels. What you now have is a bank of content that you can use to create Reels in the future. All you need to do is capture one of these videos and overlay it with some text that is valuable in some way to your audience. Maybe you're teaching your audience something. Maybe you're making a joke. Maybe you're telling a story about your life. Whatever that might be, that is a great way for you to utilize this footage. What you can also do is take this footage and edit it into a longer reel. So a really great recent and relevant example is everyone's 2023 wrap-up videos, right? Do you ever sit there and wonder, like, how do you guys have so many videos from every single month of the year? A lot of those videos are just B-roll. Like, a lot of those videos are just people who make a habit of capturing everything. So when it comes to their 2023 wrap-up, it's really easy for them to create it because they have so many videos to choose from. When I created mine, my biggest challenge was that I had too many videos to choose from because I capture so much B-roll footage. I actually go into detail about this specific reel strategy in this video. So if you want more further information, I do recommend that you watch it. All right, my loves, we are almost there. The fifth and final thing that I would like you to do to master Instagram this year is to schedule time to learn. The reason why I recommend doing this is because social media is ever changing, ever evolving. If you've subscribed to my channel for a while, you will know that because I regularly upload videos where I talk about all of the changes coming to social media, especially on platforms like Instagram with all the updates and the new features and blah, blah, blah. So there is a way for you to stay up to date with all of these updates, and there is a way for you to ensure that you have the skills you need to evolve alongside Instagram, and that is to schedule time every single week to catch yourself up on the industry and to learn. Now, I do have a newsletter. There are over 17,000 creators who read this newsletter every single week. Every Friday, I send out my end of the week lowdown, and it covers so much useful information. I dive into your most commonly asked questions, like, for example, how can I get more views on my stories? I'll answer a question like that. You can even submit your own question for my team to answer if you follow me over on my other brand, The Creator Project _. We upload a question box every Tuesday and you can submit your own questions. But yeah, I share all my tips and tricks, and I also share a roundup of the most important creator news that week. I even share a partnership opportunity for any creators out there who are looking to work with brands. So that goes out every single Friday. It's completely free. I'll put a link in the description so that you can sign up. Now, outside of that, other things that you can do is watch YouTube. You're doing it right now, so I feel like I'm preaching to the choir. Watching YouTube creators like myself, and there are so many amazing creators who talk about social media and the creator economy. Like, subscribe to all of them, you know, and spend like 20 minutes a week just watching a video to do with it. That's all it takes. Maybe listen to a podcast instead. I also have a podcast. My God, how many times have I plugged my own things? in this video. They're just very relevant to you. And everything I'm talking about is free, so why not just share it? But I also have a podcast called the Creator Project Podcast, which I will link to below. And I upload new content every single week. And I interview creators and industry people as well. So, I mean, to really put this tip into action, you just need to head to the description and just grab all that free stuff, to be honest. All right, so we just spoke about how important it is for you to schedule time to learn about social media and the creator economy. And if you feel like hanging around, I actually have the perfect video for you to kickstart that. It's all about social media trends that I predict are going to happen in 2024. So it's a very important video. Thank you so much for watching my first video of 2024. It's going to be a big year on this channel. So if you've not subscribed already, then make sure you do so you don't miss out. I cannot wait to see you in my next video.